Okay, hi Paula. First of all, I'm also very happy to be back. And I'm back for the specific reason you just asked for my work, because I'm doing a project in Guatemala City, which is called Aurora. The first part I shot early in 2011, and now I'm back to photograph the people of Guatemala, so I'm shooting mostly portraits. I got an email from a curator from Ireland, Peggy Sue Amison, who I'm friends with, and said, yeah, well, what's this, you know? I mean, Guatemala? I had no concept of how Guatemala is, and I must confess, I'm very shameful about this. I had never been to a Latin American country before, and so I'm a curious person, so I checked out the link she sent me, and I also saw there's a couple of people on the board of advisors I know, like William Ewing, Ricardo Vieira, Michael Famighetti. And then I decided to submit, and to my surprise, my work was accepted. It was just fantastic. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't do much research, and I just flew in. I had a flight to Houston anyway, with 3 miles, which I could expand because I had an opening there in a gallery. And so I just bought me an additional ticket from Houston to Guatemala and back. And yeah, my first impression was an impression of warmth, very friendly people, nice people, guest-friendly. We were extremely well taken care of. We had lots of fun. And that doesn't include only the other artists and the curators, but also the people from La Fototeca who organized GUATEPHOTO. Actually, I didn't expect much, in a way that usually I'm very open when I go somewhere. Of course, I expected to see good work. I did. There were really nice shows at Museo Nacional de Arte Contemporánea. Of course, when I go to a festival, I also expect to meet people, new people. Sometimes you meet old friends, and yeah, that also came about. I made some friends during GUATEPHOTO 2010. Yeah, I hated that the winner gets some money. I didn't get any money because I won the award in 2010, which was a really nice experience. I didn't expect that. The website is cooler. That's a difference. The open call, I think, is about the same. So I hope you get even more people sending in. I'm doing a lot of propaganda in my circle for it. Well, I heard that there's going to be more scenes. GUATEPHOTO is going to be transported more outside of the venues where work is shown in a classical way. So I'm really curious about that. I hope I can make it here in November to check it out. Yeah, well, I was lucky to win it, so I gained some recognition. Part of my award was solo show at Alianza Francesa, which I did in February 2011, and we combined the workshop at La Fototeca with that, so that is also a fringe benefit of that. And I also gave a speech at La Fototeca. Those were direct outcomes from GUATEPHOTO, and on the other hand, I must say that's much less than what my personal gain was, because I found my new project through this. I sent in part of a project which is called City of Ambition, which is a large project in a mega city in southwest China that came out as a book in 2009. Yeah, I think, I don't remember, did we show 10, 12 or 15 pictures of that? Something like that. I'm working on the project I found here. So, interesting enough, the project initiated in a way through GUATEPHOTO. So I flew here. The pilot says about 45 minutes before we land that we're going to land at Aurora Airport. And that name of the airport I wasn't aware of. And I thought it's a really fantastic name for an airport. So positive, future-oriented, and that really touched me deeply. And then the first thing I realized here was the warmth of the people, the guest friendliness. People love to help each other, and that touched me a lot. Also, I got aware of a lot of issues you have: security, poverty, unemployment, criminality. So that made me start thinking about the project, and I knew when I come back to do the show at Alianza Francesa that I don't want to come here just for a week or so, but spend more time and start a project. And when I start a project, I usually think in a quite wide way. We could also say a little bit eclectic. So I would photograph whatever I think is interesting. Of course, in the boundaries of a certain concept I give, but still quite open. And then I go back home and live with these pictures for a while and develop the concept more, and finally find out what is missing or what I like a lot, most. And I realized that, especially in Guatemala City, it's the people who make this city the city it is. Of course, every city is like that a bit, but I feel it very much here. So for me, it was clear I need to photograph the people of Guatemala City. So what I'm trying now is to add a chapter to the project, which is really just about the people. All kinds of people, different social backgrounds, different professions, and so on. And so far during this trip I got 28 portraits for the project and 2 non-project portraits. Well, the project is finished when it's finished. And the problem is, you know, only when it's finished. So I cannot say yet. The project is evolving, so there are some conceptual changes I'm doing right now, thinking how could this work in a book. And I think besides the portraits I have enough work for a book. And yeah, maybe on the next trip, during the next trip in November, I could photograph some more, and then hopefully it could be finished, but it's hard to say. Thanks very much.